Welcome to IAT channel and please subscribe to get our updates. Hello viewers, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Also click on the bell icon to get our updates anytime it drops. Nnamdi Kanu was quickly transferred from Kenya to Nigeria, but federal government wants to follow due process for Abba Kyari case. Femi Falana is not happy about this. The human rights lawyer. He's also a senior advocate of Nigeria. He claimed that the federal government requested rushed extradition of Sunday Igboho from Benin Republic to Nigeria. Hey, no, let them do it quickly. What a nice federal government. And the similar thing they did too when it came to Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. But now it is Abba Kyari from the north. They want things to be handled properly. Falana said this while being interviewed by the BBC Yoruba on Tuesday, August 10. He said that the federal government sent airplane. Could you imagine? They sent an airplane to Abuja to extradite Igboho immediately. What a government! But he's thanking God for it was stopped. It was halted by President Patrice Talon's government, that of Benin Republic, because this is a place where things work. They want legal proceedings, not like Kenya. I don't know how much Nigeria paid them. So according to this senior lawyer, there are too many injustices in Nigeria, and it's not good. There is a law for these people, and there is a law for this kind of people. The British government and the Benin government has taught Nigerian counterpart that the country is not lawless. They insisted on following the proper legal procedure. And according to them, until they go to court, they cannot hand over Igboho. And there are cases that they want to know why you are handing over Igboho. And this is how the law should be. This is how things should go. The judge will have to scrutinize, look into that Nigeria's request for extradition of Igboho from Cotonou to Abuja. That is what the law says in Benin Republic. And that is what the law also says in Nigeria. But it's just that a set of people are ruling this country. They are not leading, they are ruling. That is why this lawyer, he said, that is why I criticize the hasty transfer of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, from Kenya to Nigeria. He criticized it. Yes, he did. He said now the federal government wants Abba Kyari to go to court before he is transferred to the United States. Could you imagine? And this is what the government should do in the area of, as regards to Nnamdi Kanu's case. No, they didn't do that. There's so much injustice in Nigeria. I used to call Buhari president of the northern Nigeria because he seems to work for the north. He forgets he was voted. Anyway, I don't know who even voted him. Whether are cows that voted. Anyway, still on Abba Kyari's case, 31 northern lawyers, they are indicated interest to defend Abba Kyari. Not less than 31 northern lawyers. Abba Kyari is, like you know, already is a deputy commissioner of police. And he was suspended in connection with sewing trousers. Okay, $1.1 million scam involving a self-confessed fraudster, Ramon Abbas, aka Hush Puppy, sorry. Their name Abbas. One teller contracted to sew some clothes for him. According to Barrister Baba Salisu, who spoke for the group of lawyers, and these lawyers were drawn from the 19 northern states in the country. They are really serious, so. And they disclosed on Wednesday in a statement issued in Abuja. According to them, their decision is to offer free legal services to Kyari in response to a recent call by the coalition of northern groups for the preservation of his fundamental rights, following an indictment by the courts in the United States of America. You know, the North is just a good place, you know, right? Nice people. They you know, due process must be followed. They must, you know, defend his right this time. But Nnamdi Kanu's case is different. Wonderful people. According to this lawyer, who is the leader of this plan, they said there were several procedural lapses bordering on breaches of international protocol in the FBI attempt to have Kyari, a former commander of the police intelligence response team, extradited to U.S. to face criminal charges. Oh, they are seeing lapses. None of them saw lapses in that of that one the Nnamdi Kanu lawyers call extraordinary rendition. None of them see anything wrong. Okay, they say, okay, Abba Kyari is the son, okay. According to him, he said, we would raise questions involving the possibility of breaches to Kyari's fundamental rights entrenched in articles. Oh, they are quoting this. They are. He said Articles 6 and 7 of the African Charter on Human and Purpose Right, which essentially states that every individual shall have the right to liberty and to the security of his person, and every individual shall have the right to have his cause heard. Of course, the U.S. people are not just trying to extradite Abba Kyari. He will be, you know, they will give him an opportunity to be heard. Okay, let's read on. He said this comprises the right to an appeal to competent national organs against act of violating his fundamental rights as recognized and guaranteed by conventions, laws, regulations, and customs in force. The right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty by a competent court or tribunal. Was that your reaction during Nnamdi Kanu's case all that while? That you are moving him, dragging him even before the first trial? These guys, you are funny. Anyway, he continued, the right to defend, including the right to be defended by counsel of his choice, of course, the right to be tried within a reasonable time by an impartial court or tribunal. A U.S. court they will be impartial on it. They are not interested in our affairs. They want to follow justice. He said that they would also weigh the FBI procedures against Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution Ndugu, which entitled Embattled Kyari to a fair hearing within a reasonable time by courts or the other tribunal. He says subsections 9 and 10 of this section also stipulates that everyone has the right to an effective remedy by competent national tribunals for act violating the fundamental rights granted him by constitution or by law, and everyone is entitled to in full equality to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal in the determination of his rights and obligations and any criminal charge against him. Hey, it is time for them to read or bring out all the law textbooks, all the law books they have. But Nnamdi Kanu is being dragged about. Nobody is saying anything. That he waved Biafra flag, that he wants freedom. Anyway, let's read further. They have consulted their textbook. All the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights also states that everyone charged with a penal offense has the right to be presumed innocent until proved guilty according to the law in a public trial at which he has had all the guarantees necessary for his defense. Okay, this material was provided by Luminous Janamike. Anyway, I don't think the U.S. would want to be partial in it. The U.S. is a different body this time. It's not a Nigerian or Yoruba court that is trying him. It's not an Igbo court. This is a foreign country that doesn't know what he was mentioned in connection with that, and he was called upon. Anyway, let's get to the next story. The accident between a car and a cow in Abuja would have been, it could not have happened. It would have been avoided if open grazing ban was obeyed. And you know that, I don't need to tell you. The ban on open grazing has enormous advantage, and it works well with operations in a modern day society. Times have changed, so certain ways of doing things has to change too, if such is having negative impacts. A fatal accident involving a car and a cow in Abuja was reported That was a few days ago. You can see the picture on the screen. The picture was taken at the scene of that accident from the source of this story, Vanguard. He said, there you have a damaged car and a dead cow, both lying in the middle of the road. The incident is very unfortunate that, and it would have been prevented. You know, cows and herders roam Abuja and major cities in Nigeria freely. They roam in fact, they move about more than human being. The cow, and they are, they are cheerful. They cross road, causing traffic. Their movement is unrestricted. They go into classrooms. They go into schools. They do whatever. The cows can, stop cars on the road, highway. You know why? The leader of the herders is the president of the country. So they just have to do anything. They don't have to obey the law. Could you imagine this? Anyway, why praying that no one dies as a result of accident? It will be for the overall safety of everyone if such an event is prevented from happening in the future. Such a fatal accident would not have happened if there was a strict compliance to ban on open grazing in the Federal Capital Territory. Not just in the Federal Capital Territory, but you could imagine the level they have gone. No fear, no restriction. Streets of Secretariat, Abuja, every corner. This should be an alert to relevant authorities to wake up and ensure that the ban on open grazing is enforced and obeyed. Better and modern alternatives like ranching should be provided for these herdsmen. We should understand that cows are not humans and they always have high tendencies of straying into the main road. And some of them, there are mad cows too, who just, cows chase people. I could imagine how a car will have stopped watching, a car on a high speed, seeing cows on the way. You must brake, trying to save yourself from such dangerous situation. This accident that happened should also serve as a sign to herdsmen on the need to embrace ranching, especially in major cities and towns where there are a lot of motorists. Please tell us what you think about our stories, this content created by Global Gist World Opera News. Tell us, add your comment on the comment section. Please be respectful. Also subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Click on the bell icon to get our updates anytime it drops. Azuka OJ, bye for now.